and welcome to Dance Dungeon Deathmatch, the show where we pit dancer against dancer in a battle of improvisational creative wits to compete for a chance to win a certificate. $10. And a gift receipt from Target from when I went to buy cleaning supplies, but I ended up buying half the store and enough to make a new dining room set, but not cleaning supplies.
Let's jump right into it. Our first competitor has been dancing since they were first able to reach their toes. Since then, they have become masters of more than just the standard dance options, learning over 20 types of partnering techniques, specialized folk dances, and interpretive dance. They would like to thank their equally well-decorated dancer parents, grandparents, and extended family for preparing her for this event. Give it up for Generic Girl. White, that's your middle name, right?
Yes, it is. Thank you for remembering.
So, I'm sorry. It's Generic White Girl. Our second competitor is hot on the scene, having just come off of a slew of dance-off wins. Starting dance around the age of 5, they've been successful in pop culture niches all across the globe. They might have come from a family that has absolutely no rhythm or dance talent, but this loving family saw that she had any interest in rhythm for dancing in her baby carrier. They have fostered her interest and brought her to drum movement classes, step team, dance clubs, and local performance groups. Her lack of familial talent hasn't stopped her from learning the hustle. Give it up for Title Bringer. Our first judge is familial court dancer Isabella Swiftfoot. The Swiftfoot family has been performing for the kings and queens of Europe for over 500 years. They are masters of the fancy party dances such as the gavotte and the waltz, along with ballet and jazz. Second is a self-made dance genius, Camille Blackstone. Born in a family of skilled laborers, she was expected to pick up carpentry like her mother, stone carving like her aunt, or blacksmithing like her grandma. Using the noises that each of the women in her life created, she sought to mimic them through dance. Her family encouraged her passion. Against all odds, she decided to use her feet to produce the rhythms. She decided to pursue tap, Irish, and clogging, and created her very own unique method of foot noise production practiced all over the world today. Finally, we have Jessica Smith. Her father is part of a family dance company that travels the country, and her mother has always enjoyed and fostered her daughter's love of the arts. Jessica has enjoyed a modest success as a dancer and choreographer herself, but has become a successful dance historian and critic. She's also in charge of this very production.
What the judges are looking for is creativity. Each will vote for a performer that they believe is the most creative in that context. Whichever performer wins 2 of the dance-offs will win the prize. However, if we end in a tie after 2 dance-offs, the winner will be chosen by audience interaction and participation.
Our first dance style is the evolution of dance heading from the coast of jazz-influenced Louisiana to the hard-stomping north heart of Appalachian folk clogging. All right, Isabella Swiftfoot, what are your thoughts of the dance you just watched?
I really like the stylized movement from Generic. Dance is so clearly ingrained into you, and you pull off these completely contrasting styles effortlessly. It was so creative of you to keep the styles so separate. If only Title was born into a family of rhythmic people, maybe they would have the correct flow needed to dance. Noise is fun and all, but not when it takes away from the art form. Too bad you can't just change your family heritage as easily as you can sign up for a dance class. Maybe try to take a nod from the classics here. Use some older ideas instead of creating wholly original movements, my vote is for generic.
Camille Blackstone, what are your thoughts on the performance?
Well, Title, I enjoyed your mix of dancing the most. Tap jazz through and through, who would have thought of that? I may be partial to noise making myself, but that's something only people who are encouraged by others to create would do. Generic, I did enjoy your performance as well, but generic, you were too generic. You played it safe. With your family roots, it was predictable. Sure, your movements were smooth, but it's a tired tale. I want to see some creativity from all your rich family heritage. My vote is for Title.
Jessica Smith, what did you think about the performance?
Well, I enjoyed both performances. Such creativity from both of you. The Appalachian clogging dance you performed, Generic, was spot on and done in such a jazzy modern flair. Title, the Fosse combination with tap was unique, especially given your relatively unfamiliarity with the style. Oh, audience, I must mention that we are given lists of dance styles our contestants are familiar with. This includes grading scale from never heard of it, to I know the concept, to some knowledge, to mastery. Kudos on such unique performances, both of you. However, given Miss Titlebringer's creation of a style she has never performed before, I have to give it to her.
All right, well, the winner of round one is Titlebrenger. Don't be discouraged, generic white girl. You could win the next round. So our round two. Here's our prompt. You are a gazelle waking up from her relaxing nap on the savannah. You're going to meld ballet and modern until the audience realizes that the gazelle is actually in the Central Park Zoo participating in a hip-hop dance-off. Miss Isabella Swiftfoot, what were your thoughts on this performance?
Title, I enjoyed your hip hop, but it's clear that it is your strongest dance style. I was too harsh last round, but I do want you to know that you are talented. However, that being said, you focused too much on hip hop, and there was a clear, sharp cutoff where you dove straight into hip hop. Your rhythmic upbringing in childhood, activity choices, and atypical training have not helped you classically. Sorry to say. Smooth it out. Listen to the prompt. Meld was a key word. Generic, you brought your A game in this round, and it really shows. You created new movements by combining both styles perfectly. Mod lay and your mod hop seem like up-and-coming new dance styles that you could easily pioneer. It all comes back to your roots. Your heritage has been shaking up the classical ballet world for years. You've won this round for sure.
Camille Blackstone, what are your thoughts on this one?
I have to agree with Isabella. You might have been too enthusiastic because you're so comfortable in this style. You used a lot of your own hip-hop moves, but you've used them before. You stuck to a lot of the same scripted modern that is taught at any dance studio. In a way, you played it safe to what you learned from your environment, but didn't build on any of it. To grow in any field, you need to expand your knowledge and not be afraid to make mistakes. Generic, you really created something new with this one. You've You could have fallen into norms and stuck with what you know, but you went outside the box into uncharted dance territory and made something totally new. Being born into a classically trained family doesn't do that. Your own experiences make that. I give this round to Miss Generic White Girl.
Remember, your heritage, your environment, it all mixes to create your final product. So round 2 goes to Generic White Girl. This leaves us in an interesting situation. We're tied 1-1. So the next round has no judges' input. And after all the dances have been performed, the audience gets to decide. So before the final round, judges, make your statements. Isabella Swiftfoot, your final statement.
Well, I hope it's obvious that there is more creativity from a dancer who has family who have also been dance pioneers. Being born with a talent to dance is more effective than if a performer has to work their way into obtaining skill in a dance. Additionally, after years and years in this profession, those born to families of dancers perform longer and more consistently than those born not in dancer families. They have more time to think, create, and innovate in the field. They will be able to make a more long-term impact, I think. Your genes affect your life. Creativity comes from accumulation of all of these genes, your brain.
Camille Blackstone, your final closing statement.
I hope you notice that it's not what you're born with, it's what you do to get there. Your environment is a vital component in creativity. What you're born with is insignificant. Being enriched in an environment that teaches you the skills needed to grow, then taking that support base to learn more is by far more important. You can still come up with bad ideas given lots of time. It's how you implement them and learn from your environment that matters. Also, what affects your brain? The environment, where you grew up, the training you underwent, that one movie your parents told you not to watch, but you did anyway because and you wish that you couldn't unwatch it. If you're never given the ability to explore, learn, and invent, then what good is the good of your genes?
Jessica Smith, your final statement.
Take the environment or housing. These are all variables. They can build on the genetic predisposition of a person if you come from an untalented home, but you're enriched and your family is supportive in your interests. Then there's no reason a person cannot become successful in their own right. Having familial ties to dance and natural tendency to rhythm is more helpful, but think of all the training done after parents put children into dance classes. Without the training, they couldn't have gotten to where they are today. Having both greatly enhanced capabilities in the dance world and allows for a more open world view, which can lead to more creative solutions.
Thank you, judges. Now, our third and final dance-off style. You're a balloon. That's it. That's all the card says. Just a balloon. Now, audience, it's your call. The video will pause soon. Debate with your classmates and then cast your vote for who you think should win Dance Dungeon Deathmatch Certificate of Dance Mastery. Will you select the genetically predisposed, Miss Generic, or will you select the environmentally impacted, Miss Title? It's all up to you. Pause now and vote. The votes are tallied. The winner is Miss Generic White Girl. Congrats on your dance mastery. After the show, we'll give you your certificate, $10, and the target receipt as promised. You know, with a middle name like that, you could easily be Odette in Swan Lake.
Oh, I already have, but thanks.
All right, well then, thanks for tuning in to Dance Dungeon Deathmatch, and have a great rest of your day. The votes are tallied. The winner is Miss Titlebringer. Congrats on your dance mastery. Here's your dance certificate, $10, and target receipt as promised. You know, with a name like that, you could totally star in the musical titled show.
I don't do musicals.
Okay then! Thanks for tuning in to Dance Dungeon Deathmatch, and have a great rest of your day.